What is the essence of creativity? What makes some people more creative than others? Is it upbringing? Is it the genes? Is it the training? How's the combination of all those factors? So me and a colleague of mine, Morten, we have been working for, wow, almost 8 years on cognitive training for creativity. So we have tried to build training programs that can make people more creative. And what we saw was behavioral change is super complex. So one thing is to make a successful training program, but the problem is to actually make sure people maintain whatever habit you teach them. Normal people, when they concentrate on a task, they get a lot of activity in the front, but they decrease the activity in the back, because the back produces sort of random stuff. Super creative people, they do the opposite. So when they activate in the front, they actually have more activation in the back, which means that even though they are concentrating on the task, their brain is still firing information you haven't asked for, you haven't consciously requested it. So we've been looking into different biohacking methods we could use to support the training programs. And then we've been following this technology that we use, TDCS. The only thing you need to do is get it right. So I have a big head, so I need it on full size. And then it has 3 electrodes. It has 2 in the front, 1 in the back. So I'll just put it on now just for the viewer. This is just to ensure that it's correctly placed. And then I use my phone to activate it. And then I can direct the current from the headset to go in and out of these 3 electrodes. And what happens, if you think about sort of my brain, is where the current goes into the brain, that area has better circumstances for working. So I can dictate more potential here, less potential there, more here, and I can move that around. So that's the basic idea, that I can actually play a program for my phone that activates the headset to send currents in certain patterns, that supports my brain in doing certain operations. And so while we are doing lab studies, and we have to do lab studies of course, we're also trying to move the technology out to the users. And we do something we call crowd science, and we can also do reporting. So if you use this at home, then every session you do, we ask you to feedback. What did you do? Did it help? Did it not help? What did it help with? And that's what I'm interested in, is seeing how it works in the real world. There are a lot of jobs computer can do better. So we have to focus on the things that we can do better, and so far that's creativity. Prosper or prosperity has a lot to do with being truthful. It's about actually pursuing something and having the outlook and actually living towards something more than the goal of something in itself. So it's this, all the cliches about doing what you do now in a good way because you have an idea about where you're ending up. I think to me would be the philosophical part.